Ever heard of the curse of Ham, a biblical story the Christians used in justifying slavery? The story appears in Genesis chapter 9 after the flood. Noah plants a vineyard, drinks wine, and becomes drunk. He lies uncovered inside his tent, and his son Ham saw his nakedness and tells his brothers Shem and Japheth. But Shem and Japheth walk backward into the tent and cover their father without looking at him. And when Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him, then he cursed Canaan, Ham's son, his grandson. And he said, Cursed be Canaan, a servant of servants shall he be unto his brethren. And he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. The Bible never mentions race in the story of Ham. So how did it become a racial theory? Over time, Jewish and Christian writers tried to map Noah's sons onto regions of the world. Shem was linked to parts of the Middle East, Japheth to Europe, Ham to Africa. This wasn't originally about skin color, it was about geography. But the foundation was laid. When European powers began expanding into Africa in the 1400s and 1500s, a problem emerged. How do you justify enslaving millions of people who share your faith or could convert? The Ham story became useful. The curse on Canaan slowly shifted into a broader claim that Ham's descendants were destined to serve. Economics met theology. By the 1700s and 1800s, the interpretation hardened. Some preachers claimed black skin was the mark of the curse. They argued slavery was not just legal, but divinely ordained. Pamphlets, sermons, and pro-slavery books spread this teaching across Europe and America. The story had evolved into racial doctrine. It spread because it solved a moral crisis. If slavery was part of God's plan, then slave owners weren't oppressors. They were participants in prophecy. The interpretation protected power. The curse of Ham didn't start as racial theology. It became racial when race became profitable. The text didn't change. The world around it did.